bring your feet together, big toes touching, heels slightly apart. And I want you to just close your eyes and settle in. Feel all four corners of your feet. So rock yourself forward and back, left and right a little bit. You can close your eyes when you do this. I want you to feel yourself really grounded into the mat. Obviously, it's really important these days to stay as grounded as possible, but I hope in this next hour to provide you with a little break from breaking news and the whole stream of things that's going on by distracting you with a nice hard flow and breath linked with movement. Bring your hands to your heart, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Close your eyes, settle into your breath. Big breath in through your nose. Wide mouth exhale, let everything go. Ha. Big breath in through your nose. Wide mouth exhale. One more big breath in through your nose. And wide mouth exhale. Inhale, sweep those arms up toward the ceiling. Interlace your fingers and palms are going to reach up. Take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, right hand grabs left wrist crease, and we take it up and over. Really reach down through that left foot. See if you can rotate that left shoulder open. Maybe your heart and gaze turn up towards the ceiling. Take another big inhale. Palms press up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, left hand grabs right wrist crease, and we take it up and over. Inhale back to center, press those palms up, and as you exhale, palms press forward and cat your back. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Knuckles reach down. Next inhale, heart lifts. As you exhale, we're going to take it up and over. Toe heel your feet apart so they're hip width distance apart. Interlace fingers, feel that nice stretch in your shoulders. Then feel the weight in the balls of your feet. Heels are relatively light. Knees can be soft for this first forward fold. So you can get the belly to rest on the thighs. Then release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, melt down forward. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows point up. Turn your core on. Inhale, bring yourself back up to standing. Arms reach up to the sky. Second time through, inhale, palms reach up. And as you exhale, press forward with palms. Inhale, arms reach up. And as you exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Knuckles reach down. Next inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hinge at the hips, soft knees. Take it forward, up and over. Shake out that neck, release any tension that's there. Crown of head is just dripping down towards the mat. Knees are soft. Sit bones are rotating up towards the ceiling. Take another inhale. As you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt down forward. Hands come to hips, elbows point up. Turn on the core, fire it up, root down to rise up. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down this time. Again, hinging at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, take a halfway lift, get nice and long, always an option to use your blocks. As you exhale, just step yourself back to plank position, top of a push-up. Really nice active hands, rotate the inside seam of your elbows forward, and suck your belly and low floating ribs up and in. Gaze down, back of neck long, really active here. Anytime we're in plank, it's always an option to be on your knees. If you have any problems with your wrists and we're on our hands, always an option to be on your forearms. Staying here for a couple breaths long, we're going to rock forward and back by pressing with our toes, getting our wrists ready to bear weight. Take your fingers and turn them out towards the sides of your mat. And we're going to take shoulders in circles around wrists. Move clockwise, a couple times around, 2 or 3, and then move counterclockwise, 2 or 3 times around. If this is too much, you can always drop to your knees and do this in tabletop. And then take fingers back towards the toes or towards the knees. We're going to rock forward and back here as well, getting into our forearms. Breathing, keeping that core really engaged, low floating ribs pulling up and in, keeping a nice steady breath going. And then turn your fingers back around so we're forward, nice strong here. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Onto your belly, flip over and press all 10 toes into the mat. Bring your fingers out to the side so you have tented fingers, already squeezing the shoulder blades together. Press into all 10 toenails. Inhale, peel yourself up. Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, melt on down. Inhale, peel yourself up. And exhale, melt on down. One more time, inhale, peel yourself up. Maybe hold. See if you can lift a little higher, squeezing everything. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, feeling the heat. Exhale, melt on down. Hands beside your rib cage, tuck your toes, knees will lift off the mat. Scoop the belly in. Inhale, press up top of a push-up. One long straight line. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Big breath in and big breath out. Next, inhale, float forward to plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Flowing between plank and downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward to plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, float forward to plank. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. This time, float forward to plank and hold. Press with your toes so shoulders come over fingertips. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga dandasana. Always an option to be on your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hold here, press into the mat and lift up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Drag the heels of your hands back towards toes so heart comes through your biceps. Should be starting to get a little bit shaky here. That's totally good. Yes. Turn on the quads, press into the top of the feet. Big inhale, and as you exhale, up and back, downward facing dog, rolling over the tops of your feet. Big breath in and big breath out. Inhale, come up to the balls of the feet. As you exhale, let the heels drop right. Keep a nice square line in your shoulders. Feel a nice stretch in the left side body. You can bend your knees a little bit to increase the stretch. Inhale, come back up to the balls of your feet. As you exhale, drop the heels to the left-hand side. Knees are soft. Nice stretch in the right side body. Inhale, come up to the balls of the feet. And as you exhale, jump, step, float, or walk yourself to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, get long. Exhale, melt on forward. Hands come to hips, elbows point up, core turns on. Inhale, bring yourself up to standing. Arms reach up to the sky, get tall. Exhale, swan dive down, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump, step, or float your way back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, optional extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. 3 breaths right here. So the extra chaturanga is optional. The whole vinyasa is optional. You can always step yourself back to downward facing dog. We'll all meet up there. One more big breath in and out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Jump, step, hop, or float your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, get long. Exhale, melt on forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn the core on. Inhale, bring yourself up to standing. Arms reach up to the sky. One more time through. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump, step, or float your way back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Super strong, guys. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Optional extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. Hold here. Big breath in and big breath out. Next inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky for 3-legged dog. Really turn on that right glute and feel that leg lifting even higher. Come to the ball of the left foot and you can open for scorpion dog. Reach the right knee up, squeeze the right heel in towards the left sit bone. Inhale back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, pull it up and in. Dome your upper back. Inhale back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, squeeze. Inhale back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, squeeze. Inhale back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep again. Hold there, and then move to the left, and then move it back to the right. So we're making a windshield wiper movement as we move our right knee between our right tricep and the left. Keep going, right and left. Core should be shaking. Right and left. One more time, right, left and hold. Bring that right foot all the way through. You're on the outside seam of your right foot. Left toe comes down to the mat. Right hand is the base. Left hand sweeps up to the sky. Shift your gaze up towards your left thumb. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Feel that compression or strength coming from the low side of the body, the right side of the obliques, as we lift a little bit higher. Big inhale, listen as you exhale, left hand comes down, left heel comes up, we square our hips and shoulders, our right leg is still out. Exhale so you can lower, chaturanga. Inhale, right back up again. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Inhale, back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in and big breath out. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg sweeps up to the sky. See if you can lift that left leg a teeny bit higher by engaging the glute. And then come up to the ball of the right foot. Open for scorpion dog, left hand side. Pressing the mat away with the heels of the hands. Lifting that knee a teeny bit higher. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, split up and in. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, squeeze. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, squeeze. Inhale back, three-legged dog. We're going to that windshield wiper, left tricep and right tricep. Keep pulling the core up and in. Keep pulling the shin away from the mat. Keep windshield wipering the knee, left and right. One more time, left, right and hold. Left leg reaches under right armpit, right heel comes down to the mat. Right arm sweeps up to the sky. Hold here. Fallen triangle, reach up, look up, lift the hips up. Everything's engaged. Everything maybe is shaking, yes? Big inhale, and as you exhale, keep your legs the same. Right hand comes down to the mat, right heel lifts up. We square our shoulders and hips to the mat. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, back up, exhale, knee comes to chest. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands to the back of the mat to meet your feet. Padahastasana, slide your hands underneath your feet. Toes are gonna come right up into the wrist crease. Inhale, take a halfway lift, and exhale, melt down forward. Shake your head out, elbows go out to the sides, giving our wrists a little bit of a break for weight bearing before we move on. Release your hands from underneath your feet and walk your hands all the way back forward into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, exhale, bend the knees, jump, step, hop, or float your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt down forward, hands come to hips, elbows point up. Inhale, bring yourself up to standing, arms reach up to the sky, root down to rise up. Swan dive down, heart leads the way. Inhale, take that halfway lift. Exhale again, jump, step, or float your way back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra, heart chimes through. Optional extra Chaturanga to downward facing dog. Big breath in and big breath out. Inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky. Exhale, bring that knee to chest. Suck the belly up and in so you can step the foot all the way through into a runner's lunge. Bring your hands forward, possibly off the mat, and lift yourself up into a standing half leg lift. I want you to really feel that left glute working. So we're going to lift and lower our left leg. So take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, let that leg come down to touch the mat or hover by the right foot. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and hold. Feel that left glute should be firing up. And we're going to step ourselves back into runner's lunge. Drop the left knee and top of left foot. Inhale your way up. Anjaneyasana. 3 breaths here. Big inhale as you exhale. We're sinking a teeny bit deeper. But we're still pulling core and low floating ribs up and in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink a teeny bit deeper. Scissor the right heel towards the left knee so we have a really strong base. Big inhale here, and as you exhale, left hand reaches forward, right hand reaches behind you. So twist it up. Your chest is over your right knee. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky, and right hand looks for the back of the left thigh. Lift the heart as you sink a little bit deeper. Take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee, so twist it up. Hands come to prayer. Press the hands together and really lift. Think length first, twist second. Press the back of the left tricep around against the outside of the right knee and squeeze. See if you get your heart to come up towards your thumbs. Inhale, arms reach back up to the sky, get long. And as you exhale, hands come down to frame that right foot. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, sweep back to three-legged dog. And we'll bring it back to downward facing dog. Big breath in and big breath out. Other side, inhale, left leg swings up to the sky. Exhale, bring that knee to chest and step it through. So we're in that runner's lunge. Bring your hands out in front of you and press into the left left foot and lift yourself up to standing half leg lift. And then we're gonna lift and lower to really activate that right glute. So big inhale here, and as you exhale, lower the right foot down. Maybe it touches the mat or maybe it hovers by the left foot. Inhale, lift it back up again, squeeze the glute. Exhale, lower, and inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, and inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift and hold. So we really feel that glutes engaged. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, we're just gonna step ourselves back, setting up for Anjaneyasana. Drop the right knee. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, we'll sink a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths. Again, pulling belly and low floating ribs back as we sink a little bit deeper. So we're reaching up, rooting down, but lifting up by scissoring the left leg, left heel towards right knee. Nice. Big inhale here, and as you exhale, sweep that left arm back and right arm forward. So twist it up. This time, chest is looking over left knee. Next inhale, right arm sweeps up to the sky. Left arm looks for the back of the right thigh. Beautiful, you guys. Hold here. Lift the heart as we sink a little bit deeper. 1 more inhale, reach up, and as you exhale, right elbow comes to the outside of left knee. Hands come to prayer. Press the back of the right tricep into the outside of the knee and press back with the knee. Keep twisting, lifting the heart up towards the thumbs. Breathing, twisting, finding length through crown of head to tailbone. Inhale, arms reach back up to the sky, get tall. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Left leg reaches back up to the sky for a 3-legged dog. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Big breath in, and big breath out. Inhale, look forward, exhale, bend the knees, jump, step, hop, or float your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift, get long. Exhale, melt on forward. Hands come to hips, elbows point up. Inhale, bring yourself up to standing. Arms reach up to the sky. Hands to heart center. I know I'm getting warm. I hope you guys are too. Reach your hands down to the mat. Squat down nice and low. Weights in your heels. Inhale, sweep those arms up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Can you sink a little bit deeper? Look down, make sure you can see your toes behind your knees. If you can't, send knees and hips back. And then lift the heart, suck the belly in. Nice, big inhale. As you exhale, hands are gonna come down to the mat. Listen carefully. Inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, we're gonna jump ourselves back to plank. Then our inhale brings us forward to this lifted position. And as we exhale, we come back to plank. Inhale, bring it forward. Can you speed it up a little? Back and forward, and back and forward. And make it a little faster yet. For another 5, 4, 3, the last one will be chaturanga, 2, 1, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Optional extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. Big breath in and big breath out. Inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky, and we're going to take either a switch hop or a step through. So look forward, load up the left leg, either switch hop or step it through to crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky, get super tall. As you exhale, lower the left knee down towards the mat, and lift it back up again. 3 times, just 2 more. Lower, and lift. 1 more. Lower, and lift. Big inhale here as you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, just like we did in Anjaneyasana. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky, right arm looks for the back of the left thigh. Keep scissoring the legs together for stability and sending the heart up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale here as you exhale, left elbow to the outside of right knee, hands in prayer. Revolve crescent lunge. If this is too much with your knee lifted, feel free to lower your knee down to the mat. Otherwise, that back leg is super strong and activated. Press the hands together and lift the heart. Nice. Inhale, arms reach back up to the sky. Get tall. As you exhale, lean forward. We're going to bring our hands down to the floor for this first one, or on top of blocks for standing half leg lift, which should look suspiciously similar to Warrior 3, supported. So we're in a nice T shape. Left toes are pointing down, so inside seam of left thigh is rotated up towards the ceiling. Nice and strong here. Right toes point forward, Right knee points forward. If your breath is accelerated, see if you can try to slow it down here as we're not moving. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Big inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to step way, way back. Hands come down to the mat. Right leg sweeps up to the sky. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. We either take a switch hop or left leg steps through. We all meet in crescent lunge. Big inhale, tall. Exhale, lower that right knee down towards the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. One more time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Super strong here. Big inhale. As you exhale, we sweep that left arm back and right arm forward. So we twist it up. So your chest should be over your left knee. Next inhale, right arm sweeps up to the sky and we reach for the back of the right leg. Keep sinking deeper. Feel that nice stretch in the right hip flexor as we lift the heart. Big inhale here, and as you exhale, right elbow to the outside of left knee. Hands come to prayer. Hold here and breathe. Back leg is super strong. Right knee's pointing down. Back seam of the right knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. You're feeling that tension, the pressure between the back of your right tricep and the outside of your left knee. Nice. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. As you exhale, we're just going to tip it forward, looking for floor or blocks to come up into that supported half leg lift or supported warrior three. Really engage the right glutes. You feel it turned on and working to keep that leg lifted. Maybe get light in your hands and fingers. Maybe even take your hands off the blocks, even momentarily, and put them back down on the blocks or the floor. Big inhale, as you exhale, step yourself back. Hands come down to the floor. Left leg sweeps up to the sky for three-legged dog. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Jump, step, hop, or float your way to the front of your mat. Hips drop low. Inhale, sweep up. Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, bring yourself to standing. Beautiful, you guys. Big breath in. And big breath out. Heart rates may be elevated. 2 more breaths. Big breath in. And big breath out. One more time. Big breath in. And big breath out. Hands come down to the mat. We sweep ourselves back up into Utkatasana chair pose. Again, sitting the hips back as far as possible. We're going to take this all the way down to the mat over several breaths. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, lower your hips about 2 more inches. Big inhale. Exhale, lower about 2 more inches. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale, lower about 2 more inches. And we'll float up to boat pose, Navasana. Hold here. Lift the heart. Get broad across the collarbones. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, lower halfway. Heels and shoulders stay off the mat. Inhale, lift it up. Link breath with movement. So exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's harder, slower. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing 3 more. I want you to keep your breath steady and keep your pace steady. If this is hard, just bring your hands behind your thighs. Give yourself a little extra help, but try not to use momentum. We have 1 more. We're going to lower and lift, and then we're going to hold in this lifted position for 10, maybe straightening out the legs, 9, maybe reaching up with the hands, 8, 7, you can do it. Things are shaking, 6, 5, I know, 5, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, press into the mat, see if you can lift your bottom off the mat, feet slide back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra, any way you get there is fine. Optional extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. Big breath in and big breath out. Inhale, look forward, exhale, bend the knees, jump, step, hop, or float your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, take that halfway lift. Exhale, melt on forward, hands come to hips, bring yourself up to standing. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 breath in and 1 breath out. Hands come down to the mat. Inhale, we sweep up again for Utkatasana chair pose. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. We're going to do that jumping sequence again. So inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, jump back into plank. Inhale, hop forward. Palms stay flat on the mat. Exhale, hop back. Inhale, hop forward. Can you speed it up? Can you keep it really nice? Can you keep the form really great? Keep moving forward and back, and maybe speed it up. We have another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hop back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Optional extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. Heart rate's elevated. Inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky. Switch out to Crescent Lunge. Load it up. Bring the right foot forward, left foot steps back. Inhale, arms sweep up. Big inhale here as you exhale. We're taking the same sequence and adding on. Left arm forward and right arm back. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Right hand looks for the back of the left thigh. Take a big inhale here, get even longer. And as you exhale, right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Hands to prayer. Hold here. Rotate the heart open and forward. Really reach up through the crown of the head. Next inhale, we're going to windmill ourselves open to Warrior 2. Warrior 2, right knee forward. Inhale, high flying warrior. Just straighten out the right leg. Exhale, lower Warrior 2. 2 more times. Inhale, open. And exhale, lower. Good job, you guys. Inhale, up. And exhale, lower. Stay in Warrior 2 so you can drop a couple inches deeper. You might need to lengthen your stance. Inhale, reach forward, flip your palm up and over. Reverse your warrior. Left arm can come behind the back and press on the top of the right thigh. Feel that really lovely stretch in the right side body as your fingers reach towards the back of the room. Inhale, straighten out your right leg. Reverse triangle. And as you exhale, Trikonasana triangle pose. So reach forward and bend down for triangle. You can keep the bind, peeling the left shoulder open, or you can reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Really scissor the legs together. You might need to shorten your stance a little bit. Your left foot should be turned slightly in. Your left hip point should be pointing down. Your right leg is super active. Can you get longer in the right side body to move the right floating ribs away from the hip? And then can you settle your breath? So maybe you're a little out of breath or feeling a little bit short breath, out of breath. I'm breathing hard, so hold right here. Okay, we're gonna really firm up the legs, and we're gonna bring ourselves up back to high flying warrior. Then drop down to the back of your mat, Skandasana. And then inhale, straight back up, so press into the left heel. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift, that's 2. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift, that's 3. Exhale, lower, and hold in Skandasana. Bring the left hand in front of the left shin. Right arm sweeps up to the sky. Open your heart. Gaze turns up. Right knee is up, right toes are up. Breathing strong and steady. Bring your hands back to heart center. We're going to move to the front of our mat to extended side angle. With or without your hands, bring yourself all the way forward. Right elbow to right knee. Left arm reaches up and over. Lift out of that right shoulder so we're not collapsing into the right shoulder. You can sink down into that right knee so it comes down towards 90 degrees. Right knee over the ankle. You want to make it a little bit more challenging. Both arms out parallel like you're holding onto a beach ball. We're going to flow between extended side angle and reverse warrior. So inhale, bring yourself back to reverse warrior. Exhale, back to extended side angle. That's 1. We'll do 3. Inhale, back. And exhale, forward. 1 more time. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Listen up. We're coming into half moon, maybe with your arms out. So look down, shift your weight into your right foot, and see if you can bring yourself up. Hover here for a moment before you bring the right hand to the floor or a block. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Big inhale as we exhale, bend into the right knee. Keep the back leg parallel with the mat. Inhale, lift. We have 3 of these. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 1 more. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. Take another big breath in. And as you exhale, rotate yourself around. Now we're in standing half leg lift. Left toes are pointing down. From here, big inhale. And as you exhale, take a Shiva squat. Left knee behind right. Inhale, bring it back up. You want to challenge yourself as you take the Shiva squat. We have 2 more. Hands can come up to heart center. And inhale up. 1 more. Exhale, lower. And inhale up. Listen, this time, exhale, lower. And we're going to bring that left leg behind us. And maybe sit down on the left hip or keep the left hip elevated. Move the left hand out a little bit, elbow points back. Bring the right shoulder in front of the right knee. We're moving into baby grasshopper. So if you're on the floor, find a place where you can grab your ankle or the outside edge of your foot and see if you can lift yourself up off the floor. Yeah. Good job, you guys. Rotate heart forward. The left hand's out slightly farther than normal, probably off your mat. So you can really reach out through that leg. Nice. And then bring yourself back up, knee to nose. So knee to nose. Inhale up to standing split. Standing split. 2 options here in standing split, my students. Now, walk your hands back, work your standing split. Or if you're working on inversions, it's a great place to do a pop-up to handstand, and we'll come through a vinyasa flow, and then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. So lower chaturanga as you're ready. Inhale, upward facing dog. Baby cobra is an option too. If you have it in you, extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. Big breath in and big breath out. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Settle your breath. Big breath in and out. 1 more big breath in and out. Inhale, left leg sweeps up to the sky. We're going to do that switch hop. Left leg up. Switch. Come into crescent lunge. Inhale, arms and reach up to the sky. Big inhale here as you exhale, left arm back and right arm forward. Inhale, right arm sweeps up to the sky. Left hand looks for the back of the right thigh. So we're sinking down and lifting up. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, right elbow to the outside of left knee, hands at prayer. Really strong through the right leg. Super strong right here. Big breath in and big breath out. 1 more big breath in and out. Next inhale, we're going to windmill open to warrior 2, left hand side. Immediately coming up to high flying warrior on the inhale. Exhale, lower, warrior 2. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, lower, that's 2. We'll do 1 more. Inhale, up. And exhale, lower. Can you sink about 2 inches lower? Nice. Inhale, reach forward, flip your palm up and over. Reverse your warrior. Right arm can come behind the back and press on the top of the left thigh. Keep a nice, steady breath going. Nice. Next inhale, straighten out that left leg. So we reverse triangle. Maybe shorten up your stance and then reach forward and down for Trikonasana triangle pose. And as I said before, you can keep the right shoulder peeling open and the bind intact, or maybe you reach the right arm up to the sky. Find that length in the lower body by moving the low floating ribs away from the hip and start to steady your breath if you're breathing heavily. Like me, yes. Inhale, bring yourself up to high flying warrior. As you exhale, we're dropping down Skandasana, right hand side back of the mat. Inhale, straight back up. That's 1, we have 3. Exhale, lower, so you don't need to come all the way down. Come as far as you can. Inhale up, 2. Using that heel on the right hand side to press you up. Inhale up, 3. And then we lower and hold in Skandasana, back of the mat. Right arm comes in right front of right shin. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Hold here and breathe. Can you peel the heart farther open using that traction from the bind of the arm in front of the shin? Left knee is pointing up, left toes are pointing up. Bring your hands back to heart center. We're moving to extended side angle with or without our hands. Maybe challenge yourself to do it without your hands. Left elbow comes to left knee, right arm reaches up and over. Stay here or take the option with parallel arms, reaching out using your obliques, your side body to hold yourself in. Core is really important here. Inhale, back to reverse warrior. Exhale, take it forward, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. 1 more time. Inhale, reverse Bend into your knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. Hold here, feeling the glute medius, the muscle on the outside of your right hip, lifting that leg. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, rotate around. Right toes turn down. We're in standing half leg lift. Should feel familiar. Big inhale here, and as you exhale, we'll take a Shiva squat. Right knee behind left. Remember, option to bring your hands up and find balance. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. This time we're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And bring that right leg behind us. Outside seam of right foot steps down. You can either bring your hip all the way down to the mat or stay elevated. Reach around in front of the shin. Grab the outside edge of the right foot with the left hand. Bring the right hand out just a teeny bit farther. Elbow points back. Baby grasshopper. Yeah, really nice job, you guys. Hold here and breathe. Keep rotating the heart down. Shoulders stay square. Find a place to hold on, so if it's not your foot, it can be your leg. Keep the leg straight. Nice. Slowly bring yourself up. We're going to take knee to nose, and inhale, we'll bring ourselves up into standing split. Option to work your standing split by moving your hands back. One or both hands can come behind the shin, or it's a great place if you're working on handstands, working on pop-up to handstands. And even if you're not handstanding, you can just take a couple little hop-ups here. Arms are straight and strong. Breath is steady. Maybe you find your balance. If you do, bring yourself to handstand. And then we're going to bring ourselves to our vinyasa flow. So jump, step, or float your way back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, optional extra Chaturanga to downward facing dog. Then drop down to your knees. Everyone take child's pose for a minute. Knees wide, toes touching. Let's take an active child's pose. So come to tented fingers in front. Julie, you notice. Rotate biceps up and triceps down. So do most of my students. Want to have a really active one here. So forehead can come down to the mat, but I want your arms to be active. Yeah, so we're not going into passive child's pose. We're not at the end of practice. We're about 2/3 of the way through. Steady your breath. Big breaths in and out through the nose. Nice. Inhale, bring yourself up to tabletop position, all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, slide yourself back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. One more time. Big breath in and big breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Jump, step, hop, or float. If you're handstanding, you can take a handstand there. Don't let me stop you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt on forward. Hands come to hips, elbows point up. Inhale, bring yourself up to standing. Arms sweep up to the sky. Hands to heart center to regroup. Big breath in and big breath out. We'll go through that sequence one more time. Adding on, hands come to the floor. Inhale, sweep up. That means we have one more set of those jump backs. So hands come down to the mat. Heart lifts. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, plank. Inhale, hop it forward. Exhale, plank. Inhale, hop it forward. Can you speed it up? We only have a few more seconds here. Can you speed it up even more? For another 5, 4, 3, last one's going to be Chaturanga, 2, 1, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Again, optional extra Chaturanga to downward facing dog. Settle your breath. 3 breaths here. Big breath in and out. 2 more breaths. Big breath in and out. 1 more breath. Big breath in and out. Inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky. We're doing a switch hop or a step through to Crescent Lunge. Lean your weight forward. Maybe switch hop, maybe just step through. We all meet in Crescent Lunge. Big inhale here. As you exhale this time, lean forward. Come onto the ball or tippy toes of the back foot. And we're lifting up into Warrior 3. Remember, you have your blocks, so you can go back to that original position that we had, standing half leg lift. Otherwise, hands can come out in front of you. Heart center is a little bit easier, or they can fly behind you. You decide. Big inhale as you exhale, step back. Arms sweep up to the sky. Crescent Lunge. Inhale here. As you exhale, left arm forward and right arm back. Same thing we did warrior 2. Inhale, high flying warrior. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, high flying warrior. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, high flying warrior. Exhale, lower. Get a little bit lower even still. 2 more inches, maybe lengthen your stride. Inhale, reach forward, flip your palm up and over, reverse your warrior again. Left arm can come behind your back and press on the top of your thigh. Inhale, bring yourself into reverse triangle. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach forward and then down. The hand can come to shin, block, or floor. You can keep the bind or release the bind. Just try to make the lower side of your body, those ribs longer. Side body longer by moving the ribs away from the hip. Squeeze the legs together, make it really nice and strong. Can you look up and look at your left thumb? If that feels okay on your neck. If it doesn't feel on your neck, please don't do it. Nice, engage the legs. Inhale, bring yourself up to high flying warrior. And then we're lowering to Skandasana, back to the rim. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. That's 1. Inhale, lift. That's 2. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. That's 3. And exhale, lower. This time, bring the left arm in front of the left shin and right arm up to the sky. And possibly take a bind. So you can bring your right arm behind your back and maybe your left hand as well. So see if you can find the bind. If you take the bind and you're rotated down looking at the floor, you've gone too far. So release the bind. We want to get the heart opener in here if at all possible. Nice. And from here, releasing the bind, bringing your hands back to prayer. Same as we did before, with or without your hands. Bring yourself to extended side angle in the front of your mat. So elbow to knee to start. Left arm reaches up and over. And then option to bring right arm out, and if you didn't in the last round, maybe you want to try it. Inhale, back, and exhale forward, extended side angle. 2 more. Inhale, back, and exhale forward. 1 more. Inhale, back, and exhale forward. So second time to try, maybe taking that balance with the arms straight out, so look down towards the floor, shift your weight into your left foot, and see if you can come into a half moon pose without the assistance of your hand. And then do bring your hand down to the floor. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Option to stay here or take a bind this time. Grabbing the outside edge of the left foot with the left hand. Pressing foot into hand and pulling back with the hand. So you feel that really nice opening in hip and hamstring. Really active right here. Nice. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, release without slingshotting it back. And then we're going to rotate ourselves back around to that standing half leg lift position. Big inhale here, and as you exhale, we're opening up into revolved crescent lunge. So put your right hand onto your right hip crease, pull it back, and then right arm reaches up to the sky. Really engage that left glute to keep that left leg lifted, so it might be shaking. And soften your right standing leg knee, that's going to help you as well. Nice, take another big inhale, and as you exhale, right hand comes down to the floor. And we're going to take that Shiva squat, left knee behind right. Inhale, we open up. Exhale, lower. Remember your Shiva squat, maybe you take balance. That's 2. And third and final Shiva squat, 3. Bring it back up as you inhale. As you exhale, take the Shiva squat again, but then extend the leg out. Extend the leg out. We're going to take a second round try at baby grasshopper. So if it didn't work for you before, or you want to sit down, try that. Bring your right shoulder in front of your right knee. Reach around and see if you can grab the outside edge of the left foot. So you can do this sitting down to set yourself up, but then see if you can maybe lift yourself off the floor. Yeah. Nice, you guys. Ooh, looks good, you guys. See, I am looking. Yes, looks really good. Nice. So really press into that right foot. We're going to lift ourselves back up, standing knee to nose. Inhale, standing split. Same 2 options apply. Walk your hands backwards, standing split, or work on some pop-ups to handstand. And then we'll come through our vinyasa flow, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. So as you're ready, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, optional extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. Nice, big breath in and big breath out. Inhale, left leg sweeps up to the sky. We'll do that switch hop to crescent lunge. Or just step your left foot through and we'll all meet up in crescent lunge. Big inhale here. As you exhale, we tilt it forward. Come forward on your back foot. warrior three. Really engage that right glute, suck the belly up and in, and use the back body to lift you up here as well. Remember, you always have your blocks to use, or you can have your hands on the floor for standing half leg lift. One more inhale and exhale here. Inhale, and as you exhale, step all the way back. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. As you exhale, we're twisting it up. Left arm back and right arm forward. Inhale, right arm sweeps up to the sky. Left hand looks for the back of the right thigh. And as you exhale, right elbow to the outside of left knee, hands and prayer. Hold here and breathe. Next inhale, we're windmilling ourselves open. Warrior two. Inhale, bring it up, high flying warrior. Exhale, right back down, warrior two. Two more. Inhale up and exhale lower. One more. Inhale up and exhale lower. Can you bring it down about 2 inches lower? Maybe moving your feet farther apart. Inhale, reach forward, flip your palm up and over, reverse your warrior. Right hand comes behind your back and presses on the top of your left thigh. Inhale, straighten out that left leg, reverse triangle. You might need to shorten up your stance as you reach forward on the exhale and bring yourself into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Keep the bind if you like and peel the shoulder open or reach the arm up towards the sky. Can you shift your gaze up towards your right thumb? Can you get longer in the left side body? And can you settle your breath? Inhale, bring yourself up to high flying warrior. And as you exhale, we're taking Skandasana to the back of the mat. Inhale, bring it right back up. That's 1. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it up. That's 2. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it back up. That's 3. Exhale, lower. Shaky quad. I know. Right arm in front of right shin. Left arm reaches up to the sky. You can stay right here, or you can play around with the bind, half or full. Again, really want to rotate the heart and the gaze up. So if the bind takes your chest down, just release the half bind or all of the bind. And get that heart open. Nice. Release the bind. If you have it, hands come to prayer. We're bringing ourselves into extended side angle at the front of the room. Elbow starts on knee, right arm reaches up and over. And then if you didn't play with it before, or you just played with it on the other side, now is the time to try, because you might as well try extended side angle with straight arms. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. That's 1. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. That's 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, and hold. And again, if you didn't try this before, just try it now, because who cares if you wobble and fall. See if we can bring your weight into your left foot and lift yourself into Ardha Chandrasana with your hands out. If you bring your foot down, no big deal, just bring yourself back up again. And then bring the hand down to the floor, right arm reaches up to the sky. Stay here, or maybe reach around for the bind. Right hand grabs the outside of the right foot. We press foot into hand and pull back with the hand as you find that really nice opening. In the hip flexor, you'll feel it in your quad. You'll definitely feel it in your hamstrings on the left-hand side. Release without slingshotting it back. Big inhale. As you exhale, we rotate around to standing half leg lift. Big inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to take that Shiva squat. Right knee behind left. If you're tired, hands on the floor. If not, hands in prayer. Inhale, standing half leg lift. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, standing half leg lift. Exhale, Shiva squat. One more time. Inhale, standing half leg lift. Exhale, Shiva squat, and send that right foot through. We're coming into our second round, bringing that left shoulder in front of the right knee, reaching around, and you can be sitting on the floor. That's totally fine. Bring your hand out a little bit farther. See if you can reach around and grab something on your right leg. Maybe the outside edge of your foot, or maybe your ankle, and then see if you can lift yourself up for baby grasshopper. Just a little challenge for you today. If you're sweating, so am I. So that's good. Yeah. Hold here and breathe. Bring yourself back. Knee to nose. Bring yourself to standing half leg lift. We're going to come into the revolved half moon. Left hand to left hip. Pull the left hip crease back. And then left arm reaches up to the sky. Should feel a little shaky in the right glute because you're really engaging it, lifting the right leg as high as possible. Nice. Take a big inhale here. Exhale. Left hand comes down to the floor. And we come into standing split. Same 2 options apply here. Maybe you bring your hand behind your ankle, one or both, or maybe you work on your pop-ups to handstand. Do what's right for you. Getting towards the end of our practice, maybe you're getting tired, maybe you decide to just step yourself back into a downward facing dog because you're getting tired. That's totally fine. We'll all meet there. Bring yourself through your vinyasa flow. Upward facing dog or baby cobra. Optional extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, drop into child's pose. An active child's pose again, tented fingers, knees wide, toes touching. Belly drops between your knees, and your forehead can drop down to the mat. Rotate biceps up and triceps down. Settle your breath. Big breath in, and big breath out. One more big breath in, and big breath out. Inhale brings you up to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky, and as you exhale, right foot's gonna come to the outside of your right hand. Left foot's gonna come to the outside of your left hand. Toes out, heels in, dropping into Malasana, wide-legged squat. Lift your heart, drop your tailbone, hands pressed together. Press those elbows into the insides of the knees and squeeze the shoulder blades together. So we're trying to get as vertical as possible. Got a lot of tension, active tension between our knees and our elbows. Feel those adductors working. Nice. Take a big inhale, as you exhale, place your hands in front of you, trying out crow. Elbows point straight back. Knees come to back or outsides of triceps. We send our heart and gaze forward. You can stop right here, or maybe you can bring it a little farther forward so feet float. Heels come up towards sit bones, and we cat our back, really engaging our core. And then we're going to step or float our way back to Chaturanga Dandasana. So shoot those legs back. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, if you still have it, optional extra chaturanga to downward facing dog. Big breath in and big breath out. Drop to your forearms. So we're in dolphin downward facing dog, stretching out the shoulders a little bit. We've done a lot of work in the shoulders. So let your head go, just shake it out. You can bend your knees a little or a lot, depending upon your hamstring flexibility. But send those heels down towards the mat and really press the mat away with the forearms. So really press the mat away so you have that nice stretch in your shoulder. And then I want you to walk your feet all the way back. So we'll all meet in forearm plank. Forearm plank, arms are in the shape of the number 11. Big inhale here as you exhale, drop your hips, untuck your toes, heart shines through. And then tuck your toes, exhale, lift the hips. We're in forearm plank. Inhale here, and as you exhale, drop your hips, untuck your toes, heart shines through your biceps. So really pull back. And then tuck your toes, exhale, pull the belly and low floating ribs in. One more time, big inhale, and as you exhale, drop the hips, untuck the toes, pull the elbows back, and then we'll bring ourselves back, just reversing the process, all the way back into dolphin downward dog. So walk your feet in, and as you're ready, press into your hands. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Big breath in, and big breath out. One more big inhale, as you exhale, drop down to your knees, cross your ankles behind you, and we're going to roll back onto our backs. You're probably ready for a little time on your back. Roll onto your back. Nice. And then just bring your feet as wide as the edges of your mat. I want you to windshield wiper your knees left and right. You can bring your arms up over your head, cross your arms at opposite elbows, just stretching it out a little bit. We're going to set up for 2 rounds of bridge and full wheel, and then we'll take it down, cooling off. So bring your feet flat onto the mat, parallel. Make sure you can tickle the back of your heels with your fingertips. And then as you're ready, I want you to engage your core. Lift up as one piece. So lift everything up and really turn on the glutes. So you might want to put your hands on your glutes and feel that they are really turned on. Now if you're feeling any tension in your low back, I want you to really press down on the inside edges of your feet and pretend you're pulling the mat apart with your feet. That'll turn off your glutes a little bit and hopefully alleviate any problems. And then rock from side to side, rolling the shoulders underneath you. Interlace your fingers underneath you. Knuckles reach down towards your heels. From here, big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to lower our hips to just touch our forearms. Inhale, lift back up again. Exhale, lower your hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower your hips. And inhale, lift. Lift a little bit higher, getting the heart to the mat. Feet come wide again, and we windshield wiper our knees back and forth. Just a couple times. Then bring yourself back around again. For our second round, inhale, lift yourself up straight away. Knees and shins come towards the front of your mat. Interlace your fingers the uncomfortable ways. The other thumb on top as you reach those shoulders underneath you. Lifting the heart towards the shin. The chin. Not the shin. Don't do that. Yeah. Nice. Lift a little higher. Lift a little bit higher. And lower yourself down. We're going to windshield wiper our knees, left and right again. Yogi's choice for the third round. So take a supported bridge, another round of bridge pose, or if you're ready, take full wheel. I'll cue full wheel. You'll bring your hands behind you. Feet are parallel, thighs are parallel. You can pause on the crown of your head. And then as you're ready, press yourself up. As soon as you get up, you come to the balls of your feet and rock forward and back a little bit. So you can feel that nice stretch, sending your heart to the back of the room. You can stay right there, or maybe lower your heels down to the mat. See if you can stay up for 2 more breaths, whatever shape you decided to take. And then slowly lower yourself down the same way that you came up. So if you're in full wheel, maybe come down to your head, then tuck your chin. And then before you pull your knees in, I want your feet wide again, and we're going to windshield wiper our knees left and right. And left. And right. And this time when you're on the right-hand side, I want you to stop. Bring your right ankle over the left thigh. Cactus your arms. Shoulders are rooted into the mat. And take a supine twist right here. Bringing it down. Big breath in and out. You can turn your gaze away from your knees if it feels okay on your neck. So you would be looking left, knees are right. If it feels too much in the bind, just release the bind, let the knees fall. If you want a little bit more, you can do a full eagle wrap in your legs. Feeling it in the outside of your left hip. Nice, then bring your knees back up to center. We'll do that windshield wipering again, left and right, just a couple times. And then this time we're going to stop on the left-hand side. And we'll bring the left ankle over the right knee. And feel that nice tug that provides on the outside of our right hip. Send your breath to the right hip. Gaze away from the knees if it feels okay. Remember, if you need less, unwrap your legs. If you'd like more, you take a full eagle wrap. If that doesn't feel good when you arrive in full eagle, just find something that feels good. Because I don't care whether or not you take a full wrap, so you shouldn't either. We're all just listening to our bodies. Nice, bring yourself back to center, bring your knees into your chest and give them a hug. And then pull the knees wide to the outside of the rib cage. Rock around a little left and right, just massaging the sacrum forward and back. And then for our final asana, we're going to take Happy Baby. Because hopefully after the practice, we all feel relatively happy. Yes. Grab the inside edge of your feet for a variation of Happy Baby. Knees are coming to the outside of your rib cage. Rotate your sit bone a little farther down towards the mat so our whole spine is resting on the mat. Press feet up and pull down. And then you can rock. Option to alternate straight legs. That feels good to me. If it feels good to you, try it. Both legs can go straight as well. Nice. And after you've worked out all the kinks in Happy Baby, we'll take a figure 4 shape. I lied. It's not quite the end. Take a figure 4, right ankle over left knee, and reach around and grab the back of the left hamstring or the front of the left shin. Or you could wrap your arms around the right shin and extend the left leg. So 3 options here. And we're pulling the shin in towards the chest, and we're rocking. So if you take the bind, you won't have as much room to rock, but you can still feel that lovely stretch in your hip. And then as you're ready, we're going to switch over to the other side. So take a moment to pull both knees in. Then left ankle comes over right knee. Hands come behind the thigh, the shin. We pull the shin in, or maybe we take that wrap where the left knee is in the crease of the left elbow and the left foot is in the crease of the right elbow. And again, we rock around a little bit, just working through all the kinks in that hip. Nice. And then bring yourself back. Pull yourself up for one final asana. I call it tight little ball asana. So tuck yourself up into a tight little ball. Bring your forehead to your knees. Feet are flexed or pointed, but they're active. With the shoulders, turn on the core. Everything turns on. Squeeze harder. Squeeze a little bit harder. Big inhale, and as you exhale, See if you can soften here. See if you can soften your forehead, soften your eyes, soften your heart, belly, hips. Really sink down to the mat. Let go of everything. Just focusing back in on your breath. Big breath in through your nose. Long, slow exhale also through your nose. Stay here for a couple breaths. Listening to your breath. Feeling your breath. And imagining your breath in your mind's eye. Filling you up and emptying you out. Grateful for the bodies that we have to work in. Grateful for this time that we've had together. Grateful for just being on our mats. As you're ready, slowly start to deepen your breath, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and roll on over to the right-hand side of your mat. Make a little pillow for your head with your arm. Stay there for a full breath cycle, and then bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Join me, hands at heart center. Lift your sternum, thumbs are resting on the sternum. Roll your shoulders back and down. Feel them dripping away from your ears, rooting down through your sit bones, but growing tall still through the crown of your head as you inhale. Exhale, send that breath right down through the earth. We'll close out our practice with a 3 deep sighs. Let's try that today. So we'll take a big breath in, and we'll sigh it out. Big breath in, and sigh it out. One final big breath in, and sigh it out. Letting go of everything. Hopefully it was a really quick hour for you. A chance to get away, get out of your head, get on your mat, sweat a little bit, and connect breath with movement. Feeling hopefully more relaxed. Feeling that we've released some toxins and that we are ready to face whatever we need to face for the rest of the day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. It's my great pleasure to be here with you. Again, my name is Susan Bishop. Namaste. Thank you.